Hello, I'm Wallissimo, and a few months ago during the March Worldwide Write-a-thon, I admitted something about myself, a little piece of lore from my past.
Can I say something really cringy about myself? When I was in high school, so I was not technically allowed to date, and in order to still feel like I was getting part of the cool, like, romantic culture of high school, I said to everybody who would ask me, I'd be like, oh, I am in a relationship with none other than John Keats, the poet who has been dead for multiple centuries, or maybe like a few multiple decades. This isn't the cringy part. The cringy part is I'd only ever read one of his poems. I would read some of the others and be like, oh, these suck.
I don't know how to process this new information with all the other things I know about you. It tracks.
Yes, I am both extremely cringy and extremely pretentious. I want people to think that I am smart and well-informed, but I'm not actually willing to put in the energy to be smart and well-informed. Mainly, I'm a big fraud. I did pretend to enter into a relationship with someone who could not consent to that relationship given that they were dead, and simultaneously failed to be a supportive partner by refusing to read or engage with any of their creative work. Not my proudest moments. This carried on for a while. That's why it's so bad, because it's not like I wasn't even a freshman, right? I was a senior. I was definitely 18 for a little bit of it, which, anyway, obviously this is very far in my past, and by very far I mean 10 years ago, about 10 years ago, and I need that to count as very far because otherwise I won't be able to handle the embarrassment. And I know it seems funny, oh haha, she claimed to love him and yet read nothing by him. I really know that that seems funny, but I cannot express to you how deep my deception went. My family went to Rome after I graduated high school, and I literally dragged them to John Keats's house, the place where he died, and forced my entire family to take a tour where we got to see his death mask, literally the plaster that was put on his face after he died. And I took pictures of that, and I used to have pictures of John Keats's death mask on my phone. Not as my phone background though. I'm gonna give myself credit for that. That is like the lowest level of credit that has ever existed on the planet, but I am giving it to myself. So even though John and I have gone our separate ways, me by aging out of the fever dream that is being a teenage girl and him by being dead, I think it's important that I rectify my past mistakes. Now, I can't take back the fact that I told people he and I were in a relationship, but I can read, theoretically. I really hate poetry though, so in case you didn't know a lot about John Keats, he was it has been 10 years. I might need I need Wikipedia, give me a second. Maybe it says it in this book, hold on. Give me the deets.
Hello, this is Editing Wallace, and I'm devastated that I did not say give me the deets on Keats. That's all.
Oh my God, this is how you know it was real. Wait, I literally just saw this. I don't know if you can see this post-it note says, much love, Anna. Anna was my best friend from high school and is still one of my closest friends. Oh, this is how you know it's real. She knew I loved him so much. She literally gave me a book of his poems, and clearly I only read 2 of them, or only found 2 of them noteworthy. One of these is Bright Star. I guarantee you, like, no doubt in my mind that one of these is Bright Star.
Hi, Editing Wallace again. The reason I made this point was because my obsession with John Keats started right around the time a movie called Bright Star came out, which was about Keats's relationship with a lovely lady named Fanny Braun. And I think one of his most famous poems was to her, and he called her Bright Star in that poem. And that was, in fact, the name of the movie. And so the reason I bring this up is that I'm calling myself out for how uncommitted I am to this deception, and that I was too lazy to pick any other favorite poem other than the most obvious one. That was the point I was trying to make.
Anyway, this is my expert knowledge on John Keats that I 100% know because I was a very devoted fan of his. This is just from my brain. John Keats was born in London in living quarters connected with his maternal grandfather. In 1795. Oh, he's old boy. Oh, there's a lot of death going on here. Oof. Probably explains the poetry thing. He died in Rome on February 23rd, 1821. Okay, let's do some quick maths. Okay, born in 95, died in 21. Oh my God, 21? That was literally 200 years ago. 1821, that was literally 200 years ago, Wallace, because that's math. 2021, he died. John, not to blame you for the failings in our relationship, but if you had just held out, if you had just not gotten tuberculosis and had held out for just 200 more years, okay, you could have had all of this fake ass lying bit. Anyway, long story short, I'm gonna read, not this entire thing. I can't do that to myself. I'm gonna read certain selections because I want to feel, I don't know what I want to feel. I just thought it would make a good video, to be honest. I have set up for myself a little date night, if you will. No, please don't. Anyway, there's a snack platter, a fancy drink with a garnish. It's just apple juice. I have classical music playing, and I also have Spark Notes open because I am incapable of critical thought. Should we just dive in? I know I've said it before, but I really hate poetry, so I'm kind of nervous. Okay. Cheers to you, John. Am I gonna get copyright striked for this music? Or are we just gonna mute that for a second? Before we move forward, we need to see if one of these is Bright Star. Okay, we're doing the purple one first. Purple one first. No? Okay, it's an ode to a nightingale. Apparently that one stuck with me. We'll read that one. We'll read both of these first, whichever they might be. And the red tab is a letter. Wow. It's not even a poem. I marked one of his letters. Oh my God, did I read this entire thing? There's no way. Wait, am I a fake fan? Did I actually at one point legitimately like John Keats? Wait. This is interesting. Now I feel like this is turning into an investigation. Am I gonna recognize these poems? Have I read these before? Okay, well, we're gonna start with an ode to a nightingale. Should I read it out loud? My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains. My sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk, or emptied some dull opiate to the drains. Oh boy, sorry. 1 minute passed and Leithwards has sunk. 'Tis not through envy of thy happy lot, but being too happy in thine Wait, what is going on? I have literally no memory of making this mark in this book, but I have crossed out a word and replaced it with another word. I think they have thy in here. The line that this book printed is, but being too happy in thy happiness, and I have crossed out thy and put thine. I'm Googling it. Googling it! Was I a real John Keats fan? At one point in my life, did I know how that poem was supposed to go? You don't even understand how shook I am right now. Wait, hold on. Ode to a nightingale. Who do I trust, if not this book? Oh my God, it is in thine happiness, according to Wikipedia, who we all know is the bastion of correct information. Stop. You are not telling me I literally took this book and I cared about John Keats enough that I found a typo. I am literally questioning everything right now. This is highly distressing. I have to check the letter. God, do not tell me I found a typo in a freaking letter. There's no way. I would have remembered caring this much. I did block out a lot from that time in my life though, so, oh no, this is just a spicy letter. Nope, I think 17-year-old Wallace was like, hello. Okay, well, This is very interesting. Because I did this as a joke and now I feel like I have to do it kind of earnestly. Am I going to become obsessed with him again? Is this going to awaken something in me? Because I have to admit I'm not fully prepared for that. Uh-oh. Here we go, I guess.
Hello, I am distressed. Listen to this. Fade far away, dissolve and quite forget what thou among the leaves has never known. The weariness, the fever, and the fret. Here where men sit and hear each other groan. Where palsy shakes a few sad last gray hairs. Where youth grows pale and spectre thin and dies. Where but to think is to be full of sorrow. Okay, but why do I really like it though? Oh my god. I'm currently reading his Ode to Psyche, and he has referred to a goddess as a glowworm. John, I don't know if you're taking constructive criticism at this time. That's not the imagery I would have used, but teach their own. Can we appreciate some of these titles? Look, okay, I think this is the reason why I was obsessed with him, is because so far I'm getting high key that he was super into Greek mythology, and I went through a Percy Jackson phase. I could have taught a college course on Greek mythology. I was so obsessed, but I feel like everything he does has like some Greek mythology in it. I had to point this one out specifically to a cat. Okay, I have been sitting here for over half an hour reading, and I don't know what to say. They're not half bad. Some of them are really good. I don't understand half the words, and SparkNotes has been a critical aid. And some of the longer ones, he's got a few that are more like books versus just they're long form poems, and I can't read those. My mind just whooshed, gone. But some of the shorter ones, the odes, the Ode to Psyche, the Ode to a Nightingale, loved it. Yeah, I have to say I have gone from being very jokey about this to actually being very pleasantly surprised, and also a little confused because I think I have read these before, and I have been operating under the belief that the only John Keats poem I have ever read was Bright Star. But that's clearly not true. Oh, fun little fact. I was also flipping through the very beginning. I wanted to actually read what the biography said right at the start. And I just think this is of interest. On his deathbed, Keats requested that his tombstone bear no name, only the words, "Here lies one whose name was writ in water." John, you're my little emo boy, and I do love you for that. To be fair, you kind of had every right, because you had a pulmonary hemorrhage a year before you died, so you knew you were gonna die, and you had that hemorrhage when you were like 24, so you were pretty young, and you were facing your own mortality. So I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. So John, even though we are separated by an ocean of time, and even though I still haven't figured out if I actually liked you or just pretended to like you for clout, I still felt like it was important for me to say, I'm sorry for telling people that we were in a relationship. That was pretty whack of me. Thanks for watching.